In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get followers that are actually ready to buy from you in, well, under 5 minutes. So, as you can see by the title, how to grow ready to buy followers. Now, this is one of the most important things that you can do. Time and time again in the online coaching, online education space, I see and work one-to-one with coaches who have grown an audience of hundreds of thousands, but none of them are the actual people that they want to work with. So, for anyone who doesn't know me, I've sold millions of dollars worth of online coaching over the years. My company generates hundreds of thousands each year, multiple hundreds of thousands each year in profit, and we have a relatively small following compared to other accounts. So the one thing I want you to take from this video is that we do not just want to get followers. You want to get followers who fall into your ideal client category, okay? The people that you want to work with, the people that you want to attract. So these bigger accounts aren't making anywhere near, I know people who have 5 times, 6 times the followers that I have, and they have terrible businesses. They can't get clients. They're running out of clients. They're desperate to get clients. They're doing free months. They're doing giveaways. They're doing all this stuff to attract clients because they're not actually attracting the right sort of followers. They've then also built an audience of people who are not their right followers or their right audience. So then when they do put content up that isn't the reason the person subscribed to the channel in the first place, that person then doesn't interact with the content, they don't like it, they don't stop to scroll through the carousels, and it just means that they put a post up and it gets way less reach to the actual followers that they want it to reach than it should have if they had a smaller following without these people who aren't ideal clients. Okay, so for example, if I worked with golfers, right, let's say my niche was golfers, and I had 10 new followers in one day, and 4 of them were golfers and 6 of them weren't. I would just remove the 6 that weren't. I don't want them to follow me. It's not about following, okay? It's about getting the right sort of following to actually pay you and grow your business. So in this video, I'm going to break down growth, content, and how to do it properly so you can grow your income instead of just trying to go viral and grow followings of people you will never buy from. I'm in a couple of these kind of social media growth groups as well. Mainly from years ago when I first joined them. I certainly wouldn't join them now knowing what I know, having got a lot of grit in this game. And there's a lot of newer people who will post in there, oh, I've got 15,000 views on one of my reels. I think, yeah, good. None of them are going to be clients. I guarantee none of those people who watched your random reel that you've put out with the purpose of putting out to go viral are going to be clients. So this is just from my insights over the last month or so. So roughly I've had 12 new followers per day over the last month. Now the key difference with this and the followers that I get, the majority of these new followers that I get are ideal clients, right? They're the exact people that I want to target with this type of content. And I know this because I follow them back. Usually they've got mutual friends as well. So I'll go onto their page and it'll say followed by Greg Hamill and 17 more. I think, well, that's perfect. That's exactly who I wanted to attract with this video. So this is 10 to 12 future customers that I'm getting every single day. Okay, they're then coming into my funnel, my Instagram, they're going on to get ebooks, they're then joining my email list, they're watching long form stuff on YouTube, for example. They will then become customers and buy from me at a certain point, 2, 3, 4 months down the line. And this is how you're going to grow a proper online business. Okay, so again, I've had 440,000 views, 20,000 interactions, 383 followers, and I've shared 65 pieces of content over the last, well, since the 31st of October, and today is the 30th of November. Okay, so again, I've had 383 clients over the last month. Now, again, I could have put out different styled videos. I could have put up videos in my underwear, flexing in the mirror, and they would have went viral, and they would have got lots of attention, and people follow me, but it's not the right sort of people. So you actually want to not go super viral with your content. You want to go viral to the right people for the right reasons. So the purpose of your content is to build know, like, and trust with your existing audience. So in order to build that audience, we want to use growth posts. Okay, so growth posts are a very specific type of post. I've actually got examples of them on the next slide. So these are posts that can go viral, they're super easy to consume, and they're highly shareable, right? So if you were one of my mentoring clients and I was working with you one-to-one and I was helping you grow your business, I would be saying try and get some of these posts up at least once a week. At least put one of these posts up a week and think, right, does this kind of target my niche? You can take anything that you want, you can make it specific, and you can share it on your social media, even remix clips, and your audience will then resonate with that. They'll then share it to some of their friends who are more than likely also your ideal clients. So I'm hoping this makes sense. If you've got any questions, message me on Instagram or pop them below. So people who already follow you are ideal clients. They'll share it with their friends who are then more likely to be ideal clients as well. Okay, so instead of you having these weird and wonderful viral posts that millions of people see, just think, right, I'm actually trying to kind of go viral within my community. I want to go viral within my niche. I want people in my niche to know the post, to see my post, to know who I am. I don't want Susan, who works in Tesco, to see my video and share it with 10 of her friends, who then share it with 10 of their friends and share it with 10 of their friends. This is the complete opposite of what we want, okay? So they'll then follow you and see if you implement the rest of the stuff that I teach you guys in terms of actually turning new followers into buying customers and how to kind of nurture them from the moment they follow you. They're going to turn into future clients and they will pay you money, okay? Now, again, keeping this video super, super short, you'll probably get more value from this than you would from your other mentorships that you've actually paid tens of thousands of pounds for. So these are the types of content that I'm posting about, okay? So for those of you who don't know me, this is my niche, okay? So I was a police officer for a long time. I worked for the NHS for a long time before that. My niche, I started a company a long time ago called Blue Light Coaching, okay? Now, we have 6 coaches at Blue Light Coaching. We regularly post. We've got over 250 clients in the business at the moment. These are the types of posts that I put up, okay? So I'm trying to target emergency service workers, cops, paramedics with these types of growth posts, okay? So you'll see my regular posts, really, really good before and after picture up here on the left, 1,500 views, right? Really good before and after picture here, 1,500 views. So this is my most engaged following that's seen these posts, right? This is 1,500 people who are probably the most ready to buy from me. This one here, a carousel, slightly more interaction. Carousels will get slightly more interaction, 5,880. 3,784, 2,000. So those are my kind of average views, okay? But you'll see these outliers here, okay? This one was shared today. So this was shared less than 4 hours ago, already sitting at 15.4 thousand views, okay? I have a lot of followers off the back of this. So most of those followers that you see, the 360 that we mentioned on the previous page, are from these 4 posts. 4 posts over the last 4 weeks, okay? So this one here is 13.1. I shared this one last week. This is 13.1 thousand, okay? This one here, and again, this is an example of what this is like. This one here, I'll explain this to you. This guy here with the yellow jacket, this is a cop chasing someone, and a member of the public tries to grab the guy. The guy then loses his balance as he's running, and he falls and face plants right into a pole, okay? So I wrote at the top, wasn't expecting that face plant, laughing face, hands up, right? This one here was a guy throwing Molotov cocktails at police vans. I just shared the post. This one here is a clip from, I have no idea what movie this is actually from, and I can't, Ryan Gosling, this dude. So I basically put in, again, like a meme style post. So you want to make stuff that's kind of meme niche specific, that can go viral, that's funny, that's shareable, that's super easy to consume, okay? So when your gaffer is going off his tits, your gaffer and the police is your sergeant, your supervisor. Okay, so when your gaffer is going off his tits because you've got another complaint, but you catch a glimpse of your triceps looking sick in the mirror. It's a stupid post. See the one thing as well with these posts, they took me the least amount of time. I literally saw it on Instagram, I hit remix, I put a little bit of text on it, and I posted it. And they go viral, and they've got me possibly 300 new clients just from these posts, okay? Now this one here, this was just a complete outlier as well. This was probably one of the most viral ones that I've shared over the last few weeks. 120,000 views on this one. 120,000 views. This one has ridiculous amounts of shares. It's got thousands and thousands of shares. You can go onto the page and see how many shares it's got. And this basically just says, again, very niche specific. This is a clip from The Wolf of Wall Street. It's nothing to do with my niche, but because of what I've written on that, I've made it niche specific, I've made it easy to consume, and I've made it easy to share, okay? So when you're mid-interview with PSD is professional standards, right? That's your professional standards department within policing, and you notice your private group chat name written on their notes, right? Because people in the police used to have these private group chats. Somebody in the group chat would get offended, they would go and tell on the other people, and then PSD would be on, and everyone would get their phones seized, and everyone would be getting investigated because of the stuff that was written in the group chat, right? So everyone kind of knows this. Everyone that I want to work with can relate to this. This was probably one of the best posts that I have shared over the last few weeks. So this is the stuff that I want you to think about, and I'll give you some examples. If you are, let's say you work with divorced dads, right? There are millions and millions and millions and millions of podcasts on Instagram. You can clip one of these bits, or you can remix one of the ones that's already clipped and just share it to your own page, right? If you work with golfers, you can share stuff that's not stuff that you've made, right? So you can share funny golf memes, you could share stuff from Happy Gilmore, you could share driving range fails. The purpose of this content is just to get slightly more reach within the community to then get people to follow you, okay? Also, I post videos like this, regular useful stuff that I'm doing to grow my own fitness business on my business coaching page as well, which is Greg__Hamill. So make sure you go and give me a follow over there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The channel if you haven't done so already, because I put videos up like this basically every single week to help you guys grow a stress-free online coaching business. I'll see you in the next one.